intro, or you?
Campbell's comments today, we're doing something very different. We are live at Northern Rivers Equine. Going to showcase Kath Macintosh's crop of yearlings, going ready for the APG yearling sales on February 2nd. So just trying to do something different. Mark Hughes from Woodland Studs join me. Mark, thank you and welcome.
Good morning, Paul. Delighted to be here. Northern Rivers Equine have consigned 13 lots at the Australian Pacing Gold Sale, February 2nd in Melbourne, and we're going to view all of those 13 lots today. There are 4 colts and 9 fillies. All horses will be available for inspection the next 2 weeks, and then we'll be arriving at Oatlands Junction Yearling Sale Complex on January the 31st ahead of the sale. So the first lot we're going to view today is lot 127, Captain Treacherous colt out of the New Zealand mare Glitterazzi. A daughter of McArdle is Glitterazzi, and of course this is the second crop of Captain Treacherous that is available to Australian breeders. His first season crop will be at the races this year. He has already had 1 2-year-old winner in New Zealand, so he's off to the right start. Had a phenomenal start in North America as Captain Treacherous, and is the gun sire up there at the moment, emerging, but certainly off to a flyer. So the immediate family of this lot 127 is the family of the Great Bling It On. Second dam, All the Glitters is Gold, a Caprock mare who's been a revelation at stud through Australia and through New Zealand. Of course, Bling It On needs no introduction. A Grand Circuit performer, an elite level performer from 2 through to the current day. Victoria Cup winner back in October, on the way to the Hunter Cup. Also the family of Baby Bling, her, of course, herself, a Western Terror who was a winner of the Miracle Mile. A 4-year-old pacing mare and the winner of $850,000. Multiple Group 1 winner. Also the family of Bletchley Park, who has been a 10-time winner in Western Australia. The family of Hectic, Bling It to the Max and Show Me the Bling. This horse has been consigned by Greg Fleming. That was lot 127. It is Vic bred and platinum eligible. The next lot to look at is lot 171, a Some Beach Somewhere colt out of the Bettor's Delight mare, Musical Delight. So bred on what many term a very, very good cross, Some Beach Somewhere out of a Bettor's mare. This is the cross that has bought the millionaire pacer out Waikiki Beach, who himself was an Australian Pacing Gold representative. Musical Delight herself was a 53 horse and took a bankroll of close to $250,000. She was a star in her own right. Great to say that the flies are doing a great job here today as well.
The one thing we must say too, Mark, is this is unrehearsed. These guys, it's just so people can see them in their natural environment, which is what we're trying to achieve. So we have a set pattern on what we're going to do, but as this bloke's just showing them, they get a bit stirred up. That's the idea of people being able to get the chance to look at them, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's their public debut, I guess, in a lot of ways, ahead of the sale in 2 weeks' time. So for anybody out there that is looking to buy a quality yearling, there is certainly a lot in this draft. So it's like having a bunch of kindergarten kids, and they'll be right to go on sale day for sure. But in the immediate family of this horse, obviously the second dam, Top Tempo herself, a brilliant daughter of In the Pocket, $225,000 in the bank as well. She was the dammer, Musical Delight. A great family with Speak No Evil, Queen of Pop Countdown, that's how we roll, all significant black type winners. And this horse has been consigned by Lauriston Bloodstock, Anne and Bill Anderson. He'll be Breeders' Crown, Vic bred and platinum eligible going forward. That's lot 171, Some Beach Somewhere, Musical Delight colt. The next lot through will be lot 230. Lot 230.
Not quite in the lane just yet, Mark, so we'll just wait for him and as I said, we're just trying to do something a little bit differently. Still the Sun Beach colt walking out the back there. Just waiting on the little Art Major fella. Well, I don't know if he's little. I actually haven't had a chance to look at a lot of these today before doing this. It's been a little bit of all hands on deck early on anyway. So here he comes now, Mark. He's actually just about...
So lot 30, 230 for your viewing pleasure, is a son of the great Art Major out of the Christian Cullen mare Sugarland. So this in turn makes him a half brother to speed merchant Hurricane Harley, who was a winner of the Hamilton Cup Sunday before last. Hurricane Harley, a 52 horse by Bettor's Delight, 17 or 18 wins, career earnings of $400,000. A horse going forward that we'll hear a lot more about, of course, by the great Art Major, who leaves rock and roll 2-year-olds, as we know. And a very good type, this horse. And of course, another one consigned by Bill and Ann Anderson of Lauriston Bloodstock. He is Breeders' Crown, Vic Bred and Platinum eligible. And some great members of this family in the second and third generation. Second generation, Lindsay Lee, American bred mare, by Art's Place, who has in turn left Mafioso, who was a star, 24 wins, Moonee Valley winner going back in the day. Also the dam of rock and roll music, Iona Diamond. The third dam was one of the great brood mares of her time, Wendy Jo Hanover, and it had in turn the family of Wendy May Hanover. So the third generation of this family is represented by the great sire Western Hanover. So this colt, an Art Major colt, a half brother to speed merchant Hurricane Harley, Breeders' Crown, Vic Bred and Platinum eligible. And also take note, he's a September foal, so by the time he reaches the sales he'll be 17 months old. That's a half brother to Hurricane Harley, consigned by Lauriston Bloodstock, lot 230.
Great family, and didn't he do a great job at the Hamilton Cup the other day? Unfortunately sitting outside an American Ideal, but we're allowed to wear our Woodlands hats from time to time, I think, aren't we?
Yeah, we are indeed. We were quite satisfied with the outcome of that cup anyway. Bettor's won it, American Ideal was second and third.
Very
so
very true.
So we'll take the gold, silver and the bronze. But here he is again, lot 230, a September foal by Art Major out of Sugarland, a Cullen mare, half brother to speed merchant and star 4-year-old Hurricane Harley, who will quite easily graduate to the Grand Circuit when the time is right. Consigned by Bill and Ann Anderson of Lauriston Bloodstock, one of the leading vendors at the Australian Pacing Gold side in Melbourne over the years. A lot of great quality in their stock. Lot 230.
They're all feeling a bit good, these colts. We had a bit of rain overnight, so the weather's definitely changed, and they're all a little bit happy with themselves, aren't they?
They are indeed. They are indeed. They're out on public display. The weather's cooled down a bit up here. The flies are still in abundance. However, the cooler weather, the colts are certainly up and about. The fourth colt we're going to bring out today is lot 204. For those that may or may not have their catalogue in front of them, lot 204 is consigned by Philip and Tracy Wade, who are here in attendance today to see their yearlings. There's 3. They have got.
Bit of nervous parenting, I'd say.
I'd say so. They're just over the back here having a good look, making sure everything's going to plan. But yeah, Rock and Roll Heaven colt. So Rock and Roll Heaven, been a dual hemisphere sire for a number of years. $4.5 million in earnings in the 2018-19 season for his progeny. Will be represented Saturday night in the Ballarat Cup by an emerging Grand Circuit horse in AG's White Sox, who has been quite a revelation, a son of Rock and Roll Hanover, and will be hard to beat in the Ballarat Cup. So this Rock and Roll Heaven colt, as I said, consigned by Philip and Tracy Wade, is Breeders' Crown, Vic Bred and Platinum eligible. Out of a safely kept mare. Well, we know the job safely kept's done as a brood mare sire has been quite phenomenal in Australia. This horse is a half brother to 4 winners: Filtra Fella, Marine Parade, Feeling Good Filtra and Fabulous Filtra. So plenty of substance. We've got a mare here that has had 4 to the races for 4 winners. You know you're buying good quality here. He's a good, strong, athletic looking colt, taking everything in his stride today. And then in the immediate family, in the fourth family, the 4th generation of the family is one of the stronger Riverina families of Bernie Kellys, which permeates through the 4th generation of this family. So Lady Waratah, Master Waratah, those sort of horses. Lady Waratah was the Australian 2 and 3 year old pacing filly of the year. Bernie's other great horses, of course, Miss Paula, who is in turn the dam of McRae's mate, the family of Greg Kelly and Macca Kelly. So a colt, lot 204 by Rock and Roll Heaven, out of the safely kept mare Filter Girl. So he is, eligible for the Breeders' Crown, the Vic Bred and the Platinum. Lot 204.
Filly is coming up, Mark. I can see Mark actually doesn't have access to being able to see as they're coming.
So that was the 4 fillies that we've just paraded. 4 colts we've just paraded here this morning. Nothing like live, as I say, Paul. Never work with children and animals.
We're going good, I think.
But we're going very good here.
We'll wrap ourselves up.
Yeah, we'll give ourselves a pat on the back. We're trying something different here. Northern Rivers is trying something different ahead of the yearling sale,
Here she is now.
which is terrific. So here is lot 73, a stunning individual by American Ideal, out of the mare Artistic Angel. American Ideal is actually standing direct behind me, peering over the fence at his daughter. Lot 73, consigned by Lauriston Bloodstock, out of the Art Major mare Artistic Angel, an October filly, Breeders' Crown and New South Wales Challenge eligible. This filly is from the immediate family of Ideal Tyson, a $250,000 winner in both Western Australia and Perth by American Ideal. Family of form analyst Heaven in Loxley and Beale Street. At one time, Beale Street had a rap on him bigger than Texas as a 2-year-old.
Wonder where he is.
So this is the American Ideal Art Major Cross, which has produced Soho Tribeca, winner of over $1 million. Also produced the Australian 2-year-old of the year, Centenario, who himself was an Australian Pacing Gold champion. So bred on the same cross. And of course, last year's 2-year-old Pacing Fillies winner in the Australian Gold was by American Ideal Pelosi. So lot 73, an American Ideal filly, who is, I must say it, taking my blinkers off, is a stunning individual. Consigned by Lauriston Bloodstock, lot 73.
Kath's just bringing it back.
October foal as well.
We've tried to have a little bit of a system, but it's hard when the boss gets a system out of whack, isn't it?
It is indeed. They've changed things up a bit on us here. That's why we're going very much unscripted.
Well, it is very hard, and that's what we're trying
So
to do.
lot 73.
Give people in interstate a chance to see them in their natural environment. That's the whole idea of it. So definitely showing that they're still ready. We've still got 3 weeks before the sales. I'll be able to walk pretty good by then, I'd imagine. So the next one up.
Sale is not far away.
Next one's lot number 68. Just giving you it's just starting to come in now, Mark.
So lot 68 is a filly, a consigned by Greg Fleming from all the way up at Woodwood, Murray Valley Nurseries. A Captain Treacherous filly. The Treacherous fillies have been going good in the States at 2. He had the 2-year-old filly of the year in North America. This season just finished. His 2-year-olds run as their father did, a son of the great stallion Some Beach Somewhere. But more importantly, the maternal family of this particular filly, Arctic Fire, a daughter of the great Courage Under Fire, who herself was a 51 winner herself and 6. 21 wins the dam had, and the winner of over $357,000, 17 wins in Australia, and a further 21 wins in North America. So the dam, Arctic Fire, a daughter of the great Courage Under Fire, who is slowly making a name for himself as a broodmare sire, as you would expect, being a descendant of In the Pocket. So a very good fillies family as well. So the dam has had one to the races, a Some Beach Somewhere horse called Conway Beach, was taken a 55 record for 5 wins, and he's now in the States racing up there. But as I said, a fillies family. So if you look a little bit deeper into the pedigree, classy filly, one of the New Zealand fillies of her generation, and In the Pocket. Group 1 winner, ticked all the boxes in all the key features as a 3-year-old filly over there and a 2-year-old filly. Deeper into the pedigree as well, some very good horses in Glacier Bay and etc. But again, Captain Treacherous filly, on fire in North America, one winner down under so far in New Zealand just after Christmas in a heat of the Young Gun Series at Alexandra Park, and expected to be very, very well sought. The Captain Treacherous is at the Gold Sale in Melbourne. So this filly is Breeders' Crown, Vic Bred and Platinum, and is available for your inspection anytime at Northern Rivers up until January the 31st, and then all the yearlings will be heading into Oatlands on that day ahead of the sale on February the 2nd. A Captain Treacherous filly, that was lot 68, consigned by Greg Fleming.
Another one for you coming up in a minute, mate.
So the next lot we'll look at is lot 122.
She's not quite in the lane just yet, so we'll
hat
for a bit of time if you like, Marky. We've got a minute because it's not
minute to prepare. No worries. So lot 122, another horse consigned by Lauriston Bloodstock and the Spunky Syndicate, is a Sweet Lou filly. Just coming in now. Out of an Art Major mare in Glen Ferry Shuffle.
Fair family, this family, isn't it?
This is a super fillies family. Sweet Lou, oldest crop in Australia, are currently 3. The leading $2 average sire in Australia last season was Sweet Lou by a country mile, averaging close to $29,000 on his first crop. Sweet Lou fillies rock. The best filly in the world is by Sweet Lou. Her name is Warrawee Butte. She was USTA 2-year-old of the year and USTA 3-year-old of the year. He has left Double Espresso in Perth, who was probably easily in the top 3 fillies in Australia last season. She was a Group 1 winner in Perth. And he's also left the New Zealand 2-year-old filly of the year last year, Sweet On Me. So Sweet Lou's girls are off to the races. This is a quality individual out of an Art Major mare out of the family of our Hot Shoe Shuffle, who was a group performing mare in New Zealand and Australia. And as I said, a very, very good fillies family. Another one consigned by Lauriston Bloodstock and the Spunky Syndicate. Breeders' Crown, Vic Bred and Platinum eligible. Sweet Lou out of Art Major mares is kicking goals in North America already, so we sense going forward with a lot of Arts Place and Art Escape blood on both sides of the family that this will be a fairly successful cross. Sweet Lou had a colt sell at the sales in Sydney last year for 85 grand and rounded out an Australian gold average last year, I believe, in Sydney alone of around about 45k. So he's off to a flyer here. His books are bigger and bigger each season, and at some stage he will have a fairly hefty say in the way things are on the racing track here going forward.
Our next one's not in
122, Sweet Lou filly.
148's not in the lane just yet, but always be Mickey, or always be Mikey. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame, I believe, the other day. Is that right?
Yeah, always be Mickey inducted into the USTA Hall of Fame living horses, of which a number were inducted last week.
That'd have to be a big thing, I'd imagine.
It's quite a prestigious honour to acknowledge their racetrack performances post their career. Always be Mickey, of course, a member of the Diamond Creek Stallion team. This filly is a October foal, another one of Philip and Tracy Wade's. It will be Breeders' Crown, Vic Bred and Platinum eligible. Out of the Bettor's Delight mare, Just Look at Me, we sense that Bettor's Delight as a broodmare sire will have a major impact. This filly is a half sister to DW, who was an Australian gold purchase itself by Sports Writer, who's taken a 55 record and 7 wins.
DW trialled the other day and went very good, I've been reliably informed.
Okay.
And the other sister may be racing at Cobram tomorrow.
Okay, there you go. Keep an eye on that. The family's relevant and rolling. So always be Mickey, the fastest horse on the planet, 46 horse, stunning individual, tall stallion, and he's certainly passed a lot of leg on to this girl. She is a magnificent individual. She could almost go in the cart tomorrow, was saying before. She looks like a rock and roll ready-made 2-year-old to me.
And for those who aren't aware, Josh is not a small man, that's for sure. So
no, she is a very tall girl. October filly, so she will be for genuine sale. So Breeders' Crown, Vic Bred and Platinum eligible.
Half sister racing
Very good
tomorrow,
family. Half sister in tomorrow. Keep an eye out for her. But even if you go back through the 4th generation, good horse of Andy Gass, Renaissance man, who's had some sort of impact. He was an Australian Pacing Gold, purchased from memory. The family of my General Lee, Miss Hazel, who herself is doing a good job as a broodmare sire. Ravishing girl. A lot of the Sloys family in generation 4. Very, very tall, good-looking individual is this filly by Always Be Mickey. This will be his first crop at the yearling sales in Australia. His first crop went through the States in 2019 and were hugely received, as the North Americans do patronise their great racehorses as stallions straight off the track. They don't wait, they go, and they support them 100%. Lot 148.
Lot 153. She's coming down the lane right now. Another one close to your heart, mate. Better's Delight. So you'll be very happy with her. Out of one name that I'm glad yours got to say, Kabbalah Karen B, I would imagine is how you say it, but I'm not 100% sure. So she is now just there in the shot. So I must say well done to the staff too, because it is a little bit trying here. We're definitely trying something different, but some of them have been up this end before, but all of a sudden there's a few cars and a couple of cameras and things, so it gets a bit daunting on them, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a moving feast here today.
That's the idea of the whole thing.
And that's the idea of the whole process, because their life will become a moving feast at some stage in a couple of weeks' time when they go to the breakers. Lot 153, a stunning Better's Delight colt. Filly, October filly, consigned by Lauriston Bloodstock. Out of the Western Terramare Kabbalah Karen B, who was purchased by Anne and Bill Anderson and exported from the States and imported into Australia for a broodmare career. So this filly is a half brother to former star free-for-aller, and you know, the winner of over 600,000 in our little general, the son of the great Mac 3, 22 wins and 7 wins in the States and close to 635 in the locker. She is not big, that doesn't matter. She's by Better's Delight, that doesn't stop them. They're all shapes and sizes out of him. She's a very correct filly. Nice in every aspect of her, so a very good family as well. The stallion Cami Best is actually in this family in the 2nd generation. So Better's Delight filly by the 9-time Australian leading sire Better's Delight, 9-time New Zealand sire. Made progeny earnings last season in both hemispheres of over $40 million. Better's Delight son. Now this cross, Western Terramare, has left the Great Northern Oaks winner last year in Best Western. So Better's Delight over Western Terramare left Best Western, who holds a New Zealand record for the New Zealand Oaks held at Auckland. She also made a Breeders' Crown final. So the cross is working at the elite level. Lot 153, Breeders' Crown, Vic Bred and Platinum, that filly.
We've got a little bit of time again, Mark. I think the staff are doing a pretty good job. It's as we keep saying, it's a little bit of a moving feast, and they're just getting a little bit behind, but I'm not one bit worried.
Yeah, look, the staff are doing it's a dress rehearsal for them as well. We're putting them out there. It's a different marketplace, Facebook, Twitter. It's a market that people have to be part of, have to be accessible in if they want to reach and have further growth. The days of being part of a coffee table magazine, are possibly gone.
Well, people can sit there and watch this. They can rewind it about 10 times. So.
That's right. So lot 158 joins us now. Another one consigned by Lauriston Bloodstock, Anne and Bill Anderson. An Art Major filly, foaled in October. Out of the Christian Cullen mare, the dominant broodmare sire in the Southern Hemisphere is Cullen. And a dominant sire he was as well, and he's passed that on to his daughters. So Limerick Star has left probably one of the revelations of harness racing in the United States last year, the exported None Better, who finished up racing on the Grand Circuit in the USA and took a 1:48.8 record. That's 1:48.8. So this filly by Art Major is a sister to a 48 winner who was dominant in North America last season, a Meadowlands winner, raced at the elite level. It's also the family of Rosie O'Reilly. Her full sister is here. Rosie O'Reilly was a winner of 4 races and also a full brother to About Time. This filly is also Breeders' Crown, Vic Bred and Platinum eligible. October foal. So if you dig a little bit deeper into this pedigree, its second dam is National Gallery. Family of rock and roll icon, but sometimes it pays to go behind the first and second generation and dig deep into this family's pedigree, and there you'll find Spankum.
Oh.
Spankum in the third generation of this family, the $1 million son of Bettor's Delight, Miracle Mile winner, is tucked up in this family. So a great New Zealand family, including our London Pride Armour Express, and of course the great race mare and brood mare Armalite, who was the New Zealand Horse of the Year back in the early 80s. Lot 158, Art Major filly, half sister to 1:48 performer None Better.
The Bettor's Delight's in the lane for you now, Mark. It's just about there for us already, so you'll have no worries with this one, I would imagine. He's having a few issues. He's got say the staff have got to keep up. Mark's got to change pages. He's doing a great job as well himself. So this is the 189 Lauriston Bloodstock National Gallery coming up now, with Kath Macintosh leading it.
So here we go, another Bettor's Delight filly consigned by Lauriston Bloodstock at a National Gallery. Herself a daughter of the great Arts Place. So National Gallery, NZ, an Arts Place, damn, a rock and roll icon, 130k in the locker, Mac up, a winner, looking fabulous as well. So once again, very similar pedigree to the previous filly we showed you. This is lot 189, Lauriston Bloodstock, Breeders' Crown, Vic Bred and Platinum. Now the Bettor's Delight Arts Place cross, not a lot of it down here. However, in North America, it is a cross that rocks. 75% winners to starters bred on this cross in North America. Think about that, 75% winners to starters.
That's incredible.
That is quite a stat. The great Southwind Tempo, a daughter of Bettor's Delight out of an Arts Place mare who made 2.3 million, is bred on this cross. This cross is an ATM. Not a lot of it down here. So if you're looking to buy a filly by the greatest sire that ever walked the planet out of the Arts Place line and a future broodmare prospect, then this is where to buy. Lot 189, consigned by Lauriston, Breeders' Crown, Vic Bred and Platinum. We're slowly getting through these and not many more to go.
I am not even going to attempt to try the dam of this next one. I'll go the Captain Treacherous. You can do the next part. It's not in the lane yet, so you've got plenty of time to try and get your teeth around it. But it is a pearl of a name.
It's very Russian to me.
No good to
or me. Ukrainian or something.
Sumerian Darusia.
Smyrna Darusia. Is that how my Eastern European would go?
That sounded good, but unfortunately we've got to keep prattling for a little bit because they're not quite ready. But that's okay. They've done a great job.
So here's another Captain Treacherous filly, another one consigned by Lauriston Bloodstock, one of the leading vendors at...
Just getting in the lane now, Mark, for you.
The Australian Pacing Gold Sale in Melbourne. Captain Treacherous filly. Treacherous's fillies are off to a great start. 2 and 3 year olds in North America. 2-year-old filly of the year up there last year. Just leaving the winners up there left, right and centre. Certainly well sought again at the yearling sales. So this filly is a sister to former star juvenile Follow the Stars, who is currently at stud now at Allwood Stud in Perth, Bob Fowler's place. Hello to Big Mick up there. He was 2-year-old of the year and made over $700,000. Of course, is already the sire of winners in WA and 1 or 2 on the eastern seaboard. So he's made the right start at stud. Cam's Card Shark mare is Smyrna Duresu. I'm sure someone will let us know the correct pronunciation going forward. Breeders' Crown,
I know that.
Vic Bred and Platinum, this filly. Immediate family of Steph's Best, of course, a sports rider, winner of 7 wins. Moon Over Manhattan, an American Ideal filly. Arc de Triomphe, Be My Baby. So the dam has had 5 winners, including the precocious juvenile Follow the Stars. Treacherous leaves juvenile speed. We would expect that going forward that this will be a ready to race 2-year-old out of a Cam's Card Shark mare. Immediate North American pedigree in the 2nd generation and in the 3rd generation as well. So Steph's Best was a Victorian winner by sports rider Moon Over Manhattan, an American Ideal mare out of the same family. But here she is, the half sister to Follow the Stars, giving the young fella a hard time there, making sure everybody takes notice of her. Lot 222. Breeders' Crown, Vic Bred and Platinum eligible. That particular filly consigned by Lauriston Bloodstock.
The cameraman had his heart in his mouth too, don't worry about that just then. So.
Cameraman's doing a great job here. They didn't provide us with any air guard today here either, Paul.
We'll
make a note.
To mention them.
We'll make a note.
She's in earshot, remember? We've got to say these things when she's not in earshot. She can actually
no, it's not bad to out people in public now and then. Some sort of things might get done, you know. So
I don't know if they make enough air guards for boys here. I'm not sure. You're right to go mark this one.
And our final of the 9 fillies today, another one consigned by Philip Tracy and Paige Wade, a November filly by Rock and Roll Heaven, out of the Some Beach Somewhere mare, Some Sort of Filter. Breeders' Crown, Vic Bred and Platinum eligible. Rock and Roll Heaven has been a very good sire of fillies in the USA and down under. Oaks winners and some very good quality fast mares in North America. So this is the first foal of the Some Beach Somewhere mare, Some Sort of Filter. You would expect that Some Beach Somewhere will have an impact as a broodmare sire in Australia and New Zealand and certainly in North America. So the second dam, Just Look at Me, whose foal was through earlier, is a Better's Delight daughter. And a lot of substance to this family. If you go right back through the generations, as I said before, Sloy's family. Good, strong type of filly. Very sensible. Very good shoulder on her. And taking in today's proceedings effortlessly at this stage. Her first time on the big stage. That's lot 235, a Rock and Roll Heaven filly out of a Some Beach Somewhere mare. Breeders' Crown, Vic Bred and Platinum eligible. Very sensible girl too. Taking it all in her stride. Nice walk. Very, very well put together daughter of Rock and Roll Heaven. Of course, she is a granddaughter of the great Rock and Roll Hanover. So today we bought you 9 fillies and 4 colts of the consigned lots from Northern Rivers Equine. It's been a moving feast here this morning, as we've said, with all 13. They've been very well behaved, all well presented. Gives the staff an opportunity to get out and do some work and see how it all falls into place. It's a moving feast here for Kath's team. It's their first lot of yearlings they've actually prepared at the yearling sales this year. And they're heading to Bathurst as well in March with another group. So we might be back up here, I guess. Maybe?
Yeah, I think it might be.
Okay, all right. Will the flies be gone by then, though?
There might be, although they will come in pretty much straight after this lot is sold in Melbourne. They'll be straight into the barn and getting ready for the sale in Bathurst in about the 20th of March.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. How many lots consigned for up there?
We've got 7. Yeah,
7.
all and all New Zealand bred. So they're all horses purchased out of New Zealand wheeling sales. So representing size, Better Delight, the last Mach 3 foal, Art Major, Sweet Lou, American Ideal. I think that covers them all.
Okay, excellent. Going forward. So yeah. So have you found like this is a whole new experience for you? I'll hand over to Paul in a minute. He can ask all the questions because I need a drink. But how have you find the experience of getting the yearlings ready and all that sort of thing, ahead of the sale with your team?
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I love the yearlings, and it's nice seeing what you started with, and then growing them into what they look like now, and they're really starting to shape up, ready for the sales. So, I've really enjoyed it, and I think the staff probably have too. Perhaps don't ask them directly, but I think they have.
Thursday for trots, we do it sponsored by Woodlands, and that's on tonight. I reckon I'm in danger. I reckon he's a chance of taking me job the way he's done. I think you've done a great job, Mark. Well done. You didn't play any favourites, that's for sure. I know it didn't matter if they were an Art Major or anyone like that. You've done a great job given the pedigree. I hope people have enjoyed it. That's the one thing I do really hope, that we've been able to just achieve something that a lot of people probably can't get here to visit the farm, Kath, and be able to witness them. So anyone over in Western Australia or South Australia can actually look at them and get a chance to look at them beforehand. It was authentic. There was no staging. We didn't have them coming up here beforehand, and that's the one thing about it. A couple of them come around here and they saw utes and that, and they're like, well, what's going on here? So hopefully they get to understand that, and even just the kicking of the walls before. But from your point of view, it was all good inside?
Yeah, look, it all went really well. We're really fortunate. They're a great bunch of yearlings. They're just great to do anything with, got lovely temperaments and quick learners. So, it all come together really well. And I think, they're all, kicking and carrying on in there. They're all up and about and want to be out showcasing themselves a bit more. So, come the sales, I think they'll be great. Great to parade around, and encourage anyone. They're always welcome to come up and inspect them prior to the sales, but obviously this is a way for people to have a look at them who, everyone's just so busy they don't have the time to get up here. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to give me a call. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing you down at the sales, and come and have a look at them then.
Exactly. You can change that over, Holly, any time you want. And just the thing, kicking the walls just there before, and they're young horses and that, but it gets them to spark up on the outside. So that's the one thing. And actually the other thing we did, we had a runaway pram at one stage, and we've got it happening again. So we've had a few things happen here, but I think it's been very good. I think anyone that wants to actually get involved in these sort of things, give me a yell. But I must say thank you to both of you guys for having a crack as well. It was a harebrained idea of mine. Hopefully it's been well received. I appreciate the way both of you guys have embraced it, and hopefully it goes off well. The beauty of it, you can watch it on Facebook later on. It will be up on YouTube as well, so you can download it on any of those, all through Campbell's comments or through Northern Rivers. I think Woodlands will probably share it as well, so we'll get it all out there that way. And anyone wants any inquiries, give me a yell. Get in touch with Kath. The number's underneath there to come and inspect these yearlings anytime. It's a busy time of the year. You've just finished foaling down, and now you've got yearlings, but you're keen. But it's a busy time, but you love it, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's great. It's what we do, and we love it, and we just love presenting a quality product at the sales, and look forward to them going on being top racehorses for the buyers.
Kath Macintosh, Mark Hughes, thank you very much. Thursday for trots tonight at Kilmore. Don't forget, sponsored by Woodlands. So joining me and Toby. Toby will probably give me a raspberry about this because he didn't know I was doing it. He'd be probably wondering where his hat was, but that's all good. But thank you very much. I have actually